with sophomore outside hitter Claire White to do a little feature interview here, kind of get to know her better. She's been here a few weeks now after transferring from Washburn University. That's where you started as a freshman. Talk about your decision to transfer here to Concordia and kind of how that came about.
Okay, let's see. I went through spring season with Coach Heron at Washburn and had a pretty decent spring season. And then by the end of spring, it just came down to what my playing time was going to look like. And I knew that coming back to Nebraska would be a lot more comfortable for me as a player, just bring a lot more comfortability to being on the court and, having that support from my family and stuff. So Concordia was an easy choice because my hometown is 40 minutes from here and my parents live 20. So it was just really easy to, give Concordia a look, and it really worked out. It was my first place that I looked at after I knew that I didn't want to go to Washburn anymore, and it worked out really well considering how super late in the transfer season I was.
Now, what do you think you learned from that experience of going to one school and then kind of deciding to go into a different direction?
Right. Last year was a huge learning experience. I learned a lot about just growing up and being an adult on my own. I had never lived away from my parents before, and I moved 4 hours away and had a lot to take care of, and it was really a job down there playing volleyball, and so it was really a push into the real world. And coming back home, and what I learned from being away for so long was just that college is a different experience, but it can be a lot of fun, and I'm learning that here at Concordia, that there's a lot of really nice people and a lot of fun things to do, and just a lot more stress-free, so that's nice.
Yeah, maybe elaborate a little bit more on your experience here so far. You touched on that a little bit.
My experience here has been really different. I feel like a completely new freshman again, learning it from scratch, everything from scratch again, just learning the ins and outs of the school and the team, and getting used to my new teammates and getting used to my new coach has been really awesome, and super easy transition so far, and we're having a great season, so basically the transition's been pretty easy and pretty good.
How were you greeted by your new teammates when you first got the chance to meet them and then play volleyball with them?
Right. Well, the first time I played volleyball with them was last spring before school was out, or it might have been actually the weekend that Concordia got out of school, and Coach Matera just had everybody stick around for that weekend so they could meet me, and we all played together, and kind of just a meet and greet type of session, but I didn't remember anybody's name, so over the summer it was kind of a process of learning everybody's names and meeting new people, and just kind of having some people come in and play and stuff over the summer. But the team was awesome. They couldn't have been more accepting of me, and me being one of the only people to transfer onto the team that was really new to them too, so take a lot of credit, give them a lot of credit for being so accepting.
Now, what kind of goals do you have for yourself over the next 3 years, and as far as athletics and personal growth?
My goals right now are just, to do the best I can with the situation that I'm in. Like I said, I still feel really new, so I'm just trying to get used to that still. Long-term goals, I'm excited about school here because I'm finally interested in what I'm studying, finally having a career path set down that I can follow. Athletic goals, not really something that I've looked into a lot. Maybe after this season, get a better idea.
Now, this is a volleyball program that struggled a little bit the past few years, but seems to be pretty energized now with Coach Matera and some new recruits like yourself. How do you feel about kind of being looked upon as someone who's going to kind of take it to another level?
It's kind of a little pressure. It's definitely something that I didn't see coming, and I've had to deal with a little bit now since school started, and we've had home games and stuff like that. It's exciting. It's a little bit of pressure that I didn't see coming, but it's exciting.
There are quite a few other young players, inexperienced, that didn't play here last year. Paige Getz, Elena Kavanaugh, and Taylor Workman. What do you like about what they bring to the table?
I think I like most about them is just who they are in general. Court-wise and playing-wise, they're just extremely talented players. They bring a lot of talent and a lot of potential, and it's really fun to play with girls with that high talent.
You've got a much bigger role now, as we talked about, compared to what you had at Washburn. How exciting is that for you to kind of be that attacker that the offense is built around?
I really like it. It's good to feel needed, I guess, or to know that I have an important role. I kind of thrive in that situation, or I would like to think that I do. I really like having a starting role and the different leadership that comes with that.
You were the first GPAC Player of the Week for this season. What was your reaction to that honor, and what's kind of been the key to getting off to a good start?
My reaction, honestly, was that I wish they would have put the announcement out after the Hastings game. That way there wasn't, a whole lot of GPAC pressure to play well in that game. But it was a really, really super nice honor, and I appreciate it a lot. I think our preseason, like being on the road or being in a completely new venue, it wasn't Concordia, it wasn't Washburn, we were out in North Carolina, and it was just completely fresh start, and it was just something where I could build from square one, and I didn't have a lot of other pressures in different directions. But I think it was just being really fresh start.
Now, you were coached at Exeter Milligan High School by your mother, Darcy. What was that like for you?
Those 4 years were very interesting. I've had my brain picked over about it 1,000 times. So basically, I look back and I'm just really grateful. I wouldn't have wanted to be coached by anybody else, and we were really successful, and I think it has a lot to do with not just between me and my mom, but the family aspect that comes from being from a small school and all the girls relying on her just like a mom, and it was a really good experience. I really liked it.
How big of a role has your mother played kind of in your development, considering you have your mom as your coach?
Right. She's 100% the reason I'm the player that I am. I started playing volleyball when I was like 2 years old because of her. She started training me when I was super little. And yeah, I give her 100% credit because she's been there every step of the way, and she's the reason I'm here today playing volleyball.
Now, does she still kind of talk to you like a coach after matches?
Oh yeah, and if she doesn't want to, I always ask for advice because I value her opinion highly, and I see the game through the same eyes as she does, so it gives me a lot of good insight to have somebody in the stands watching who can give me good advice.
Describe kind of what that feeling is like when you really connect on a kill that, the dig attempt ends up flying into the seats or something. How's that? Describe what that feeling's like. I'm sure it's one of the better feelings as an individual.
Right, that's definitely one of the things that I love about volleyball is just those great plays that you get to see, and sometimes they're rare and sometimes you find a team who can make great plays all the time, but those points that are huge, it's really fun just to get to share that and know that it's a team effort to make great plays like that, and it's really exciting, and it really gets you pumped, and that's basically the reason I play.
And lastly, when you're not playing volleyball, going to school, what kind of things do you like to do?
I'm definitely an outdoorsy summer person. I love to go to the lake and go boating or something fun like that, or hang out with my friends, or just anything. Just really laid back, anything relaxing and fun.